The Mendip Hills, in quarrymen's terms, 4,000 million tons of much-needed high-grade limestone. But to the caver and the archaeologist, it's a chance to discover and explore fresh ground in this crowded island. Most people see the Mendips from ground level, but we're taking a different view, from 1,000 feet above the hills and from several hundred feet below them. Crook's Peak, at over 600 feet, one of the most prominent features of western Mendip. In its shadow, the Loch's Yeo Valley, its rural peace soon to be shattered by the roar of motorway traffic. But before the bulldozers move in, archaeologists have their last opportunity to plot the evidence of the past, which will soon be swept away as the road advances. The capital of Mendip is Axbridge, a market town with a lot of historic atmosphere. Opposite the church stands King John's Hunting Lodge, a fine 16th century half-timbered house which now houses the town's museum. A lot of painstaking work goes into the preparation of the exhibits, such as these 12,000-year-old remains excavated from the nearby Banwell and Hutton Bone caves. Cast in bronze, the Axbridge nail was used by generations of traders for settling accounts, which gave rise to the popular expression, pay on the nail. Defaulters were dealt with in the time-honoured fashion, while a far more painful fate awaited the unwary poacher. From 1,000 feet up, the Cheddar Gorge takes on a quite different aspect. This isn't a building site, it's a scientific excavation. Archaeologists are uncovering the foundations of a primitive farmhouse. Although unspectacular in themselves, finds such as these pottery fragments date the settlement to the time of the Roman occupation. Below us now, amongst the trees, is one of the Mendip caving huts. Today's expedition promises to be something special. For many months, a large team of cavers has been digging out the choked entrance to what could be an extensive new cave system. Countless buckets of soil have been laboriously hauled to the surface. At the bottom of the shaft, a different technique is called for. The final barrier crumbles, and at long last, the way lies open. This is the moment cavers dream of, but what lies round the corner? Will it be a just reward for all those months of effort? One of the explorer's main priorities must be a photographic record of the cave in its pristine state. But for the best pictures of pretty circles, however, aerial reconnaissance really comes into its own. Built at the same time as Stonehenge as religious meeting places, the circles are almost impossible to distinguish from the ground. Well, just a few minutes flying time brings us to Priddy itself, the highest village on Mendip. 500 feet below the 13th century church lies over 5 miles of caves known as Swildon's Hole. Here, the would-be explorer has to share the passages with a tributary of the River Axe. You'd have thought that all that water would have been enough to quench anybody's thirst. But what better place than a caver's pub to relive today's expedition and plan tomorrow's?